Hello everybody and welcome to the show. We're getting our day started off kind of on the wrong foot, but I came down here to do a little bank fishing before we were letting the boat dry out. But I managed to take my favorite combo and my favorite bait and stick it right over there, Screaming Thunder Cricket. So now we're going to get the rod that I don't get out that often, and we're going to jump out here and try to catch a few bank fish before we get out on the water. So let's go. Charles has got one. Yeah, that's a nice one. Saw the jump.
No, it's not nice. It's a freaking giant.
I see it.
Oh my god. Dude, we gotta weigh this one. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a 6, probably. Maybe bigger. Swim bait.
Yep.
All right, Charles. I think I got it. Whoa. That right? 5'7". Yeah. Thing looks. Hold on. Here, you try it too, real quick, and then you let her go. Make sure it's zeroed. Yeah, 5'7". So 5.5 pounds. That's it.
Really?
Dude, that thing looks like 6. That dude. We don't know if we got a jumper. Because we ain't got enough water to have a jumper. Dude, it's cause just not filled out. That is a beast of a bass. But that's where, without a scale, people call those like 8 and 10 pounders.
Oh yeah.
Guys, this is what we're getting from Charles. Now we probably owe him a little bit of money, but we're getting this, and that's what Charles is getting. There's actually 3 chatterbaits in that. That's the pink stuff, Charles. It's not Pepto, but it's the pink stuff. And then those are those baits. I may have shown them already this morning, but I'm definitely going to try that one today.
Oh,
I've already, wherever he's at. Where did I put him? Somewhere in this world. Here he is. Keep this box shut from the wind and the rain and the cocaine. So this is the same bait. This is the Bonsai Screaming Thunder Cricket. Charles, did I ever show you these yet in person? You saw that bait? No, you saw it on videos.
Last time we fished, you had them.
No, I don't. No, I know you're lying now.
That was not.
That was not
a screaming cricket.
That was just a thunder cricket.
Oh.
This is a screaming, Charles. Big difference. I made the mouth on them, Charles. It's totally different. What I did was, since I bought all those 5/8 ounce ones, the original intention was just lighten them up so they're closer to a half. They're not, 5/8 and, around a ½ ounce, because that's one of the better, in my opinion, used to be anyway, chatterbait weights. But then that Dremel bit was like the perfect size. I just and made one, and I'm like, that kind of looks like a mouth. So I painted a mouth on it, and just, me. You know how I am, Charles. I was like, oh, it's a screamer. It's a Screaming Thunder Cricket. It looked like something, loud mouth, open all the way up. Oh, get out of there. Get out of there. I might need to throw a chatterbait out and let it actually just hit bottom and then pick it up. Let's try that. Just let it hit bottom almost like it would. It is a bladed jig, so let it hit bottom like a jig and then pick it up. So we're not on any grass yet. Probably need to do that with the rattle trap too. Throw it right up on the bank. Don't get in a hurry. Just pick it. That was a hit. I think I pulled it right out of a Dinks mouth. Yeah, something. Probably had just a tail. Just the tail of the old screamer. Let's throw it right in there. Get out of there, right there. Oh, about whacked Charles.
Oh, you got orange on.
Yeah, I've already went to an orange tail. I figure as dark as it is.
Yeah. See, I just got like a.
I figured you'd already be trying that pink out. Yeah, just a kind of a natural. There we go. There's one. There's one. Oh, let's see if I can get a fish in this boat. He's gonna jump right here and spit it out, Charles, right in your face. I told you. See? How am I losing those fish? And I know you're gonna be like, well, maybe that rod. No, because yesterday it was on all my rods, even the blade. It's like, part of me is like, are they just holding on so tight initially that I just need to yank way harder? Or do I just need to let them take it longer? Maybe I'm in like some hyperactive mode this weekend to where the minute I feel something, I'm jumping on them too fast. Because you know how it is, you go fishing with the kid and they get everything that hits, or like they just have fish on. There's a hit right there. So I felt that one, gave him just a second. Well, and then here's the other thing. So look, now see, he's bottom of the lip. They're hitting it weird. So whole different, like we're miles away from where we were yesterday, and I kind of have the same, I don't know if it's just a hot weather deal. That's here, they like orange. So if this trailer, I'm really testing out the trailer. Yeah, this year is orange tends, so far has just been the color. Now this is 3 weeks later.
That makes a difference.
Charles added an orange and doink, they're on it now. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's something about.
Perfect. Look, right in the corner of the mouth.
Oh, there's something right there. Still think I need to stick with the orange. Let's try one just on the outskirts of that stuff. Then, you know me, I'm just going to send it into that. Let's see what it does. Oh, don't have to yet. Oh, dude, that was definitely a fish. Let's just see if it comes through that. There's a fish in there, Charles. Oh, and he come off too. My God, Charles. I've lost like 6, caught a couple. Now that one, I was like setting it in sticks and twigs and yeah, I was just sent this thunder cricket in there. Right in the middle of that, there was definitely a fish. Let me try just right there. Charles is doing a little shaky worm. Oh, get up, get up. All right, maybe they're on the backside right there. Okay, where's my, let me get him out on the blade. I got Neo's daddy, Charles. I call him Big Papa. He's Big Papa. You know what, let me, oh boy. Let me keep these like this just so I can see what's on it, the ones that have the little keeper deal. Make the day go by a little easier, I think, for me. Yeah, come on, Big Papa. Yeah, see, Charles, that's Neo's daddy. So it's a 1/2 ounce instead of the 3/8. Charles was bound and determined to get that little dink in. Whoa, maybe it's not a little dink.
Off then.
Oh, it's a chunk. So the pink's working for Charles.
And look, perfect hook.
Yep.
You suck.
Something. That or I keep forcing them. These colors are just off enough. They're swatting and they're not.
Something.
There's a. Let's see. This is on a whole different rod and reel. And I kind of did. Well, what I noticed is what I started having to do. But no, look. Look where he's hooked.
Yep.
See the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah. They usually should be roof of the mouth if they're hitting right.
Or the corner.
Right. I mean, it should hit or slide. Yeah.
That's what.
But they should be coming at it. You know what I mean? They should look at it and I don't know. And several of them I caught yesterday were literally outside the mouth. Like I was up here. Look at him. Just look at him. You guys see that frog? Right there. Look at this little dude. He does not want out. He's like, I don't want out in the water. Look at that shot. Look at that shot. Look at him. Just look at him. That dude, he likes to lose. He's a loser. He's a loser like you guys. Uh-oh, Charles got one. Coming at the boat. Oh, it's a giant. It's a good chunk. Charles is showing dividends and rewards with that pink. Oh, he's on me. Oh my God, he's attacking me. You guys ever been attacked by a tree frog? Look at that yellow. Is this a poisonous one, Charles? Look at this dude. Where are you going? No, he don't want on me. He just wants on me. He thinks I'm a tree. I told you guys. Remember when I've told this story before. If I stand still, there's back on the. If I stand still long enough, the fish think I'm a tree and they don't see me, Charles. I can blend in with nature. I've said it in videos. Nobody believes me. That tree frog literally thought I was a tree. If you can fool a tree frog, you can fool a largemouth bass. That dude, we got our, what did I, let's go back with our, just original. Oh. Got one. Charles got a fish. So, he's got to slow down, but that worm, that pink worm, they're definitely tearing up my main stuff, kind of as a like organizer, so they're holding everything and then just replenish this big box into one thing, because the eventual goal is I don't need anything but this box and my rods. Maybe this other deal just because of the Z-Man stuff, but I'd like to get to a point where I only carry enough Z-Man stuff that for the day that it will all fit in a, you know, little pouch inside that box. There's one. My God, I fought hard for this fish, Charles, not to lose him. Don't you do it. I think he just hooked himself on it. Charles, did you see that?
Well, you said you played them.
No, I let him jump, and when he jumped, the other hook looked like it got him.
Oh.
And then both of them just fell off. That's why I was like, oh, I think he just hooked himself better. Nope. I get it. I let him play for a split second, but man, my goodness. There's something. Maybe I'm not out deep enough. I'm not out deep enough, Charles. A little dink. I just threw it out in the middle of nowhere and going real fast, and wham. Little dinks are out there, Charles. And that's probably what that big bass you caught thought he was eating.
Yep.
Was out there hunting. They probably go out there and hunt them little dinks that are in them little schools. One more with this dude. One thing when you're reeling this fast, they should hook themselves. There's definitely, if you want to spend enough time throwing and cranking about as fast as you can go, they'll whack this just out there. Yeah. But it doesn't enthuse me because they're not that big.
Right.
but that little bite's out there. You can't see them because it's so windy and choppy, but they're like, I think they're out there just under the surface whacking. Probably the bait fish are out there too, or whatever. Just because I happen to look down and see that I have a wiggle wart that is almost all orange, OG, that I hardly ever throw. So I don't know if this is the right combo. There should be one out there on there somewhere. There's a fish. Oh, wow. I waited all that time to throw a wiggle wart to catch that, Charles. Was it worth the wait? I don't know. Probably not. Charles is running us up here. I got to go back to my chatterbait that quick. There's like a perfect shot right here, Charles, if I can get it again. If I can get it again, right there. Oh, get in there. Look at that shot. Those shots hardly ever produce the big ones. What about that shot? Way up in there. Get in there. Get out of there. Get in there. Get out of there. Oh my goodness. That was a perfect example though. Look how clean that bait is. Is why this is something about these thunder crickets. They have that clean themselves off ability in gunk. And I started thinking about Charles. I've done research on it now. I think it's a combination of this configuration, smooth blade, it moves maybe, and the Zoe-wire silky deal on the hook roundness. It just literally gets cleaner. Whoa, where are you going? About did a nosedive off the front of the boat. We're trying to catch fish. Oh, don't come off. That is a good chunk.
Oh, nice.
Oh, finally, boys and girls. That hasn't made my day, but it definitely made it a little bit better. And guess where he's hooked? Right where he should have been. Maybe I haven't been fishing high enough off the water all weekend long, Charles. Whee! Screaming thunder cricket. I even wrote bonsai on this one, Charles. See that, boys and girls? Charles is going to try to tear my rods up. Now I'm recording. You guys missed the whole thing. We finally got something on old Andy Morgan. But this dude is white as a ghost. Well, maybe not that white. Dude, I can't get him unhooked now. I finally get one stuck. There we go. Fine. Look at how white that bass is. I didn't think it was that deep of water here for him to be that off color. Let's see if we can get our, probably won't be buying these anymore. They're not that magical, like get bit like crazy bait. Okay, everybody, status report. We're tied off to that. I don't know how much footage you'll see. The wind is blowing insanely. But last time we were here, water was up probably 3 to 5, probably 3 foot. So you couldn't see a lot of those treetops, at least 2.5, 3 foot. But they're still in the water, so we're staged up to try to just cover this whole area without being blown all over, because we've got one trolling motor and it's malfunctioning a little bit. So, and we're in a John boat. John boat, definitely. The good thing about how shallow you can get in stuff with the John boat, because it doesn't get that deep into the water, is the bad thing in the wind. It literally doesn't stay put as well. So anyway, it would be a mean bean halftime report, but the mean bean's up in the cooler, so it's just a halftime report. We're going to try to get on another big fish. So far, fishing in the boat sucks compared to out of the boat, where Charles caught a giant just on the bank. Maybe we should have walked around the bank, Charles. a good chunk. Peanut butter and jelly. Look at that right there. There's some wood.
Oh, he took it too.
A jigger.
Yeah.
I'm getting hit. Dude, I missed 2 fish. My bite hookup ratio continues. I'm getting some in, but peanut butter and jelly jig with a peanut butter and jelly zinker is what it looks like. Okay, I can just hit the edge of that down there. Probably makes no difference because I can't keep a fish pinned to save my life today. The weekend, yesterday was the same way. Way out there. Charles got another one on that peanut butter and jelly jig. Oh yeah, there's grass. This area should be setting up.
They're taking it.
Right. Look how white they look though.
Makes me wonder if they haven't been down.
You got another one. Charles is on a little jig bite over here. Little peanut butter and jelly jig bite. Well, I need to probably take mine, take that huge crawl looking thing off. Because, dude, that was a... right at the boat. Dude, did you guess what, Charles? Didn't get it in. All right, I'm just, before I lose my freaking mind, I'm gonna check the leader. Yeah, I don't feel any marks all the way up. Should be good. P-line original. Charles still has not bought any. Charles, would you believe I lost a fish?
Not that hard to believe, especially today. You're pulling them all out.
I have to figure out what it is. You guys can see or not, but I'm throwing this bait out and it tends to get hung a little bit. That was a bump, but nope, that's a fish. Nope, came off. Whew, man. Way out there. But it's with everything I'm throwing, so I'm not blaming. I don't think it's even my gear. I think it's just me and the way my...
A lot of it, I think.
Because everything I'm using this week is the same stuff I've used all. What happened to that bait? Something happened. Unless that fish is coming. That fish may be coming right at me. I can't tell yet. What is going on? Dude, that fish and came off. So I like swam the whole way.
You set the hook.
No, I set the hook and then it felt like he got off. I don't think it was big, but I'm like, what is going on with that? Up until yesterday, you know, when you felt the weight on every combo I got, that's why I like them. You just get the fish in. It's very rare. Yesterday and so far today, you pull, feel the weight, it is not a guarantee. That fish is it's more of a guarantee it's coming off. Look at that. What was that? All right.
Slow moving bait, and they want the funky color.
Yeah, it's I'm gonna go with, let me put my GoPro stuff down a little bit.
The problem is with this wind, it's hard to use a slow moving bait today.
Yep, so we're taking the old Screamer. He's about beat. We've regrouped, got on some sunscreen, and I'm trying to change my luck. We're gonna go with the Poison Adrenaline, which was losing me fish also. Which technically that started the week before with rattle traps, the Elite TI and the and that may be what's wrong. The only thing different is I haven't brought the Elite TI because I felt like I had these other rods that I liked better. And then since then proceeded to not hardly keep anything on. Maybe I need to keep that. Wow, look at that though. Wow, Jesus. That zillion. Oh, there's some grass right there. I bet you got throw a chatterbait over there. Wow, I felt like it was almost impossible to keep it out of that. Somewhere there's a tree out there. I remember one of the first times we came out here, I caught a big one off a tree. Yeah, that thing was always gunked to hold.
There's like a lip here too that we found that one time where it's grass on top and it drops off kind of quick. And we sat like out here just throwing back this way and picked a crack load.
Yeah, right here, even though it looks like a sand beach, it's grass.
Yeah.
There's one. Oh no, not big. Not big. He's hooked good. Let's see. I got him. He's caught. Let's see if he can even get off. Because once I do get him, guess what? It's like, what was that, Charles?
That was a fish hit.
What was that, Charles?
That's a snag. That's a tree.
There's the tree I was talking about, I bet. Probably a little dink pecking at you, then it, or he may have ran you right into the tree.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God.
This rattle trap out.
Yeah, I told you, rattle traps is like the ultimate stump finders. But there's, I bet you there's a tree. If you get close enough, you probably see it now. There's like at least a big chunk of a tree or something that they've thrown out here. There you go. There you go. All right, now just, well, oh, Charles, you just scared them all off. Let's see which way you're going. I'm gonna go to the moon, Alice, to the moon. There should be grass starting up there. Now there should be, it's actually right out there, should be that spot we used to catch them. Somewhere in that area. I'm gonna let that one sink all the way down.
Look close enough. We should have got a reference.
Oh, something jumped right out there. There you go. Nice chunk on the jig again. Can't take Charles anywhere with peanut butter and jelly jigs. There they are, Charles. Out in the middle of nowhere. See where I'm at?
Huh?
See right out there? Right out in that area somewhere. Maybe a little more to the left, but
Kind of where I pulled the big one.
I let it hit bottom, and then kind of start jigging it, and then start swimming it, and that dude just took off with it. I mean, not big, but there's fish out there like relating to bottom. So that's fairly deep right out there.
There's one. Oh, missed it.
Nope, got it. Let's go. That's with the jig?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
Right
yeah.
when it hit bottom, it grabbed it.
Well, maybe just buzz us back up
Anchor.
and then anchor where we can throw with the wind down to it. I'm wondering if I ought to go with the old Booyah hard knocker full size. Dude. They're right here. We may end up being too far this way. Let me try it and see.
Huh?
So we may end up. So yeah, right
Yeah, all through.
somewhere right in here.
Yeah. Good. I think there's one right there.
Well, they could be. Let me see. Where was I? I think right there, actually. Going off of that to that, and I think it's just this way from that line. I wonder. It's got to be deeper than that. Well, that thing sinks pretty fast, though. Try them all the way into the bank too. Oh wow, I literally almost hit the bank within a foot or so. I didn't think it'd cast.
Down those rocks and stuff. Remember, we bounced through them rocks.
Right.
Almost on top of it. See my line angle?
Yeah. Oh, there was a bump right there. Probably a little dink. Come on, get. Dude. That, I had to slow it down. Almost let him like, come on, just let me get one in. Come on, let me get you in. Let me get you in. Oh, get in here. Poison. Poison Adrena didn't let me down. Which I always said, my favorite rattle trap rod is this dude right here. Mainly for 3/4 ounces, but let's see. Don't. I'll let that one sink since it's a little further out from the bank. But yeah, I'm going at a steady pace, and I felt like I could have swore like something like tapping at it, and I just stopped it, and then doink. Yep. Nice chunk. They're definitely kind of out here almost at this V. There. It's when I kill it. I'm gonna... There's one. That one might come off. This is my cheap AliExpress. Nope. Got him right on in. But we went from decent, now they're little dinks. Yeah. That dude has the one hook has slid down. All right, got him. Well, I guess I should just at least cast it one more time. Let me try right where Charles is. This thing hit bottom. See if we can fire up some big ones. That's your definitely bait of the day for you as far as just numbers. You've caught more on that peanut butter and jelly jig than anything. But it was working a little bit down there and then up here. Never felt it hit bottom, boys and girls. Probably doesn't get deep enough. But we'll go Paul Elias. Stick the rod down a couple feet. I had, what do I have? No, he's there. Look. I was like, he hit it way harder than he didn't even. Why? I don't know. He didn't even like pull after that.
Yeah.
Felt like I had a stick, if anything. I guess because he's hooked in the nostril.
Ow!
Okay. All right.
14 foot. Sure it's at the bottom.
Yeah, I couldn't. That wiggle wart. I think they're on, what, they 8 foot? I can't remember now, but let's try. So at that tree. Oh, we just threw all our line off. I need to maybe put some new line on this. There's one. He's way out there. Scan him. Still scan him. Got a double. Mine is a skier. He's gonna come off. He is. Oh my gosh. He's gonna come off. Oh, he is as lightly hooked as you can get. That was by the hair of his chinny chin, Charles, but we got him. Barely. Charles, about the same size. We're on a bite here, but man, it's a little bite. If they were like that bigger class that's in here. These are like right on the verge. They're not the littlest dinks in here, but they're not the...
Oh, peanut butter and jelly firetail.
Yep, that's what I'd ask you earlier when we first got here, if you'd thrown that yet when we were first drifting down that bank. Because that thing definitely works for you better than ones I mean, they work, but I don't know if I just probably don't have the patience to throw them, but as long, but... Charles got another one. Charles got another one on that peanut. Ow. Whoa.
Microwave.
He ain't done yet, Charles. Oh, that was a fish for sure. That was a peckety peck for sure. Turn way out there. Rod tip down, let that thing. This one I'm going to make sure is on bottom before I start bringing it in. That should be on bottom. Kind of pop it to get my line closer to straight in case there's something on it. There's one right there. Oh, did he get bigger? Finally put up a fight? No, he's twirly birding it. He is whirly bird. Oh wow, that poor dude, I feel bad when I'm whirling him, man. He's gonna be dizzy. He's gonna be dizzy. Nope. He's gonna be dizzy. Not even make it in the boat, but that's all right. I get that though. I'd still give it to the weekend. This rod may be a touch on the stiff side for treble hook baits. What we need is more cowbell, but we don't have cowbells. But what we need is more peanut butter and jelly, Charles. Charles caught his 2 little flurries of fish catches have come on peanut butter and jelly colored stuff, and I have not thrown a peanut butter and jellied anything. I need to throw that today too, probably. So we're gonna get a few. I got like everywhere I look there's peanut butter and jelly. We've got the little baby structure jig from Denny Brower and Strike King. The at the boat.
Crap out of me.
Charles is like
Right at the boat. I mean,
that's
like,
his peanut butter. I saw that. It was like so. Proof's in the pudding right there. We've got our little Rogers Sporting Goods 50-cent, or no, they're $1. You buy 10 for $10. If you buy 10, you get them $1 a piece. Some, I think there's a Phoenix. We have everything in this under the sun peanut butter and jelly. So what I'm going to do now is rig up probably this guy right here. That's the one we got after tracking down the one that worked so well for Matt. I think that's 1/2 ounce. That's a 3/8 here, and I think I added. Yeah, I think I even added a little color to that one. But that's a 3/8. I think we need a 1/2. Maybe not. Then we got 5/8. And you know what? No, this one just doesn't have that much of that color. It's got it on bottom. That 5/8 looks juicy, Charles.
Yeah.
We're gonna lose it. We're gonna throw it though. 5/8.
There's not really much out here to lose it on. I mean, there's a few rocks.
And then normally I would go in here and look for all this and all that, but I'm gonna go first off with the peanut butter and jelly, just like what Charles was. So right here, peanut butter and jelly. We're gonna cut it down.
I think we need to back up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That go that way more.
Pull us back to the anchor and shorten up.
Because I think we're almost right on top of them.
We are.
But what Matt had run on here was that green pumpkin, purple and gold. And I may do that, but I think first thing I want to try is we're going to go with this right here.
What happened?
Probably just like we do on the chatterbait. I'll cut it right at the top of the smooth part, the little belly of it. Like that. Drop that in Charles's boat because it's Charles's boat. We don't have to worry about it. And then Charles got to clean this boat anyway. He don't care. Rig that peanut butter and jelly on this jig. You want jelly on top, peanut butter on bottom, just in case. That's how you make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, right, Charles?
Yep, always.
Always remember, you put the peanut butter on the bottom slice, and the slice that's going on top is the jelly. That's always the way they've been made for centuries now, I think. When was peanut butter and jelly invented, Charles?
I have no idea.
Charles,
it was that one guy, Carver, George Washington Carver.
Carver invented them?
Wasn't it him?
Dude, I have no idea.
He
But
invented peanut butter, and immediately he was like, no, jelly needs to belong with this.
jelly needs to go with
the
peanut
next
butter?
day after he created
that's
peanut
probably
butter,
true.
He's like, oh yeah, jelly.
So, peanut butter was invented before jelly, you're telling me?
No, jelly was invented first.
But then he knew.
He knew instantly. He was like, yeah, peanut butter, you gotta have jelly.
So it's a possibility that if maybe he invented peanut butter initially to go with jelly.
He may have.
So if jelly would have never been invented, peanut butter wouldn't be invented, and we wouldn't be sitting here right now having a silly conversation about peanut butter and jelly, listening to frogs. My God. The way the world works. Let's go, Charles. Let's get out here. Maybe the sun's getting to us. We thought we were all right. Maybe the sun is ate us up, but we're going to turn around right here. Let's go live. Let's keep it fresh. Charles repositions. I gotta get my bearings again. Okay, right there. That dude, I think I should have, you know what? I'm looking at it going. I almost needed it a little bit longer for as big as that bait is, but I think it'll be all right. I think right there somewhere maybe. Let's just see. Let's just take a gander. They're hitting all over here, them little dinks, but I think the big ones, I think this bait, if there's a chance for me to catch a big fish, it'll be on a peanut butter and jelly jig. Charles, what do you got? I got a fish. I got a fish. Charles ain't got the big one. This is bad luck. He'll probably pop off. He's not that big, and it was the very first cast. Get in this boat right there by Charles. Yep, yours is bigger than mine. So all of that talk, Charles, about peanut butter and jelly for that dink, but guess what? He was hooked. Good, right on our, maybe the GLX's jig rod.
Didn't I get that jig from you?
Let me look at it. Is that a no?
It's got the little short.
No, you got that somewhere else, because that dude has, that's a good jig. It's got peanut butter and jelly brush guard.
Yeah.
That is like a rarity.
Oh yeah.
Let's go right there. Yeah, they normally come just brown or green, or that thing looks like it's got like a, you know, brush guard to match the deal, which is pretty good. That is not, I was gonna say, it's not a cheap Rogers, that's for sure. The Rogers jig is I mean, I've got some of the but there's a Roger, like, see just how plain looking that is. I mean, it works. Sometimes that's all it takes. But that one you got's a little fancier. It still may be a cheap jig from like their house brand or whatever.
Right. I don't think Everhart's had the house brand. They used to before COVID.
Yeah.
And then they just don't anymore. Now everything's just name brand. Because that's where I used to get all my shaky head jigs there, because I could buy bulk unpainted.
There's a hit.
Cheap.
Get on it. Oh, I pulled it right out of his mouth. I bet you they're grabbing hold of that sinker. I've like pulled it out of 2 fishes' mouths, I think. You may be filling my line now. I swear I got a tick crawl. I've got the heebie-jeebies. Stuff's crawling on me now. You got me and your fish, I think. I think I'm still on. Oh, we got each other. You got a fish. You had a fish.
You gave me your bad luck.
You had a fish.
You touched my line.
Yeah, I know.
It came
Watch
off.
this.
Man.
Charles is going to be struggling on the struggle bus, and I'll have my luck back. As soon as I find this tick, that may not be a tick. It could just be me getting paranoid. I found 2 ticks on me earlier, so. Now the slightest little.
Oh shit.
You gotta hit that fast?
Yeah, it like pulled. Just had the rod and it like took the whole tip over.
I may need to impart.
Nothing there.
I think I may leave this one alone and then rig up one of those, that other one with a I'd swear this bait got lighter. It got lighter because it's got a fish on it.
It was carrying it to you.
Well, you know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
oh, dude. I'm like, I'd swear
They're
this.
not hitting it. They're just kind of picking it up and moving
Like,
around.
I swear this bait is lighter now than the 5/8 that I threw out there and was dragging it, on, you know, bumping it on bottom. It didn't feel. It felt like it was bumping though. Like I felt like I was still moving it, and I couldn't feel anything pulling back. It just felt lighter than when I first threw it out. They are definitely on a kind of a weird. Let me just try. That is working. So let's stick with that. In I'm gonna actually go 3/8, so it's gonna be take longer to get down there, but when I pop it, it'll pop more, and then I'm gonna put a what you call it on it, a swimming deal on the bottom, just to see, try that compared to that one just kind of on bottom. Sometimes you can get them if I can find my where did I do with my, there's all of that.
I got some rattles.
Well, I took the rattle off, unfortunately. So we're gonna add one of these. I probably got one in that other box if I want to mess with opening, but we're gonna take a brand new one. So we're gonna get, and we're not putting a big rage menace, we're putting a baby rage menace for a couple reasons. We're in the land of dinks, but also a lot of times that's all they want. So we're gonna leave it whole and just put that on and try it. Just to get just the tip, Charles, of that on the bait keeper. Put it on just like it. This may not even.
Backed off just right.
This may not even be a brand new one.
Right in front of us. But, you know, just enough in front of us.
Let me see what that looks like. So yeah, just that smaller little deal, and then just that little flappy flap, if you guys can see that. So let's try. Well, just like in the winter, this is the honey hole of the spot, just to set and catch fish. Kind of keeps loaded up. We'll let mine simmer. We'll watch Charles and his little peanut butter. I think he runs a lot longer zinkers. Do you put a whole zinkers on?
No, it's caught in this fence.
Oh. But I think you still run a longer
Yeah, a little bit longer.
than I do on chatterbaits and jigs. So that dude is definitely, I won't be able to feel the bottom contact as well, but that's okay.
I go about a quarter of an inch in front of the brain bucket. The little brain thing.
Yeah, see, I go either even with it, and then some little baits I cut the opposite end. I cut that off.
Yeah.
The belly of it, or whatever I call it, the flat, smooth part.
Yeah.
So you actually go above it by a little bit.
Yeah.
So you're only probably taking not even an inch off of the zinkers.
No, I just take like that much off the end. Like that much off the end.
Well, probably about an inch. I may want to try.
Yeah, it's like they're all up in, because I'm fishing behind us now.
Catching them.
Oh, that feels like better fish.
Just pulling.
We've had
I got one. Yeah, we're on top of them because I cast way out and I get almost back to the boat and then I get on a bite. So yeah, we're basically on top of them in peanut butter and jelly in all different shapes and sizes. But honestly, that purple and gold green pumpkin deal kind of gives you a peanut butter and jelly kind of vibe, like a lighter version of it. So let's just watch this, guys. Watch this right at the front of the boat. Let's just see if maybe we're directly on top of some. We have no way of knowing because we don't have any. This is about as old school as you get. You get a boat, a John boat, and a trolling motor.
That's all we got.
And that's what we got.
John boat and a trolling motor. That's not even working correctly. Which is pretty old school.
Oh, I think I just pulled it out of one's mouth. Maybe not. Maybe it was an aggressive rock. Okay, so I think they're right here though. I don't think I need to cast near as far. That's what I was doing. But Charles is throwing what, even with the boat almost, but out to towards the bank.
Well, that one came towards the truck. But I was throwing back towards the pavilion over here.
But no, I didn't even look for it first because I thought it was your jig. There we go, Charles the Giant. Oh my God. Ooh! No.
Bad thing is you can't find. I haven't been able to find those fire tails.
Oh yeah.
Quit carrying them.
They got them. Rogers has them.
Oh really?
Yeah, Rogers has fire tail. They have a lot of stuff now. Oh, that dude's almost a bleeder. Sorry, buddy.
Need to make a run to Liberty.
Yeah, or I could just grab them, and if you think you need more. Okay, boys and girls. What was working out in the deep, I'm gonna try to flip it around over here, like right off the bank in the grass. Just see if that kind of deal maybe work along. You're probably gonna have to back us up.
I want to pull us out away from this bank a bit and just move a little anchor out and let it and drag it again.
Yeah, works for me. That dude. Trying to see if we can find them out and off this bank in any certain depth. Oh, that cast sucked.
Sorry, man.
Whoa! Charles trying to throw me off of this boat.
It's not me, it's that stinking troll.
On that 5/8, it gets down a little quicker. I don't even hardly feel any wind over here. Now the wind picked up. I don't think that's going to do what you want it to do.
No, I don't have enough line out. Now we're going out. It was pushing the center bank. Now we're going out.
Yeah, that thing is. I can watch that line jumping. It's just going.
Which is what I was wanting to slow us.
Right, but we got to be closer. Yeah, we're like way too away from the bank to be doing any kind of work on that bank. But 5/8.
Yeah.
Now it's coming around a little bit. No, this is a jig. That's what's funny. This place, a lot of that nothing translates for me.
Did you think that this would be steep enough bank over here that this rattle trap?
There you go. Uh-oh. I was gonna say I went to pop it. He just spit something out of his mouth. And the pop didn't pop. I'm like, what was that? Okay. So maybe that does translate. Just keep the peanut butter on bottom, boys and girls. That jig got all kinds of jacked. Oh, you got my luck, Charles. Throw that rod in the water. Change your luck. Okay. Well, the dinks are biting over here too. Man, we should be able to track down something like a little bit bigger bite.
I would think the jig would do it, but it doesn't.
Well, that's why I was like, let me try this jig. But yeah, your peanut butter and jelly jig didn't really bring any bigger class either, did it? It's like the kids want peanut butter and jelly, not the mamas and papas and grannies and greasy grannies.
Yeah, put on a swimbait. Big swimbait. Some big ones. I guarantee you that
There you go.
that bass was what swirled my whopper plopper. It was out there working.
Yeah.
Swirled it, I took it off, put that.
I got a fish on. Oh, got a little bigger maybe, Charles. Charles, that dude was eating it too. Look at that. That's a good oh, duh. Sums up my day. Look at that. Did you see how far down in its mouth it was?
Yeah. Still can't.
I mean, you know me, I'll quit fishing before I use a net. I was like, no, I just quit fishing. But that's just the day, how the day's gone. The week end. But that's a good chunk. It's a sign they're getting. That still ain't like oh my god, I lost a big one. That's the size though that kind of we used to catch out here. That was just you catch a bunch of them and then some of these small right I saw that.
I was just straightening up my rod is all I was doing.
Look, I told you.
All I was doing was just trying to get my line and everything all